got on the floor. Bledsoe and Knight of the...
And guys, you know, last year Marvin Williams signed a big contract in terms of his field goal percentage at only 42, and not exactly what the Hornets were expecting from their new stretch four.
Suns on defense. Hits the front of the rim and out. Here's Knight. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. Brandon Knight picking up that last basket. A shot by Batum, no good. Bledsoe with it. He's picked up by Walker. No good from Booker. The Hornets have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. And Batum kicks to Kid Gilchrist. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
There they go, finally able to drop one in on their fourth try.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Warren, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Perfect screen there, set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup didn't do his job.
It's deflected. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Knight into the lane. Can't capitalize on the good screen.
And Steve Clifford might not be the most famous coach in the NBA, but he has plenty of experience, and everyone in the league knows exactly how well versed he is as a coach.
Now, here is Knight. Goes up on the high post. Misses off the left iron.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. And Clifford in his third year now as a head coach, Greg. That experience you were just talking about. He has 29 years of coaching under his belt. And he's a Van Gundy disciple. Clark was on the coaching staff for both brothers.
Yeah, and he's been with a lot of teams, Kevin. 13 seasons as an assistant for the Lakers, Rockets, Magic, and Knicks.
Here's Williams after Eric Bledsoe's score. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Al Jefferson, he's checked in for Cody Zeller.
Al Jefferson.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Batum. And again, the Hornets missing. Suns leading by 3. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Out of hand on it. Oh, here's Jefferson. Knight grabs the board.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Rejected by Walker. Fast break now for Charlotte. Stops, pops, and Williams with the basket on the assist by Jefferson. Williams has got his first points in this one. And Bledsoe, here we go. And Jefferson sends it back. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Phoenix has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
And watching Al Jefferson over the years, he can be dominant and be efficient in doing it. For all the points he's piled up, he's always been around a 50% shooter. And for all the times he's handled the ball, his turnover rate is relatively low. So that's giving your team good quality possession.
Bledsoe with it. Batum grabs the miss. Williams in the post. He's guarded by Booker. And the shot is good.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
Suns trail by 3. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And guys, there's no doubt Walker has a lot of the tools needed to be a great point guard. But his shooting percentage is really what has kept him from making the leap. Just not as consistent as he needs to be, and a lot of it has to do with shot selection. That also has to improve.
Now here's Lee. And it's Lure with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
That's good.
2 points.
Just thinking again about Kemba Walker's field goal percentage, Greg. You were talking about shot under 40%, Clark, from the floor last year.
Yeah, and I think so much of shooting percentage is a function of shot selection. That's 3 out of the last 4 seasons now under 40% for Kemba. In order to be an elite point guard, that number's got to go up.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Watching P.J. Tucker, he does all the little things for you, plus some big ones as well. Ever since he came into the league, Clark, he's been a tremendous glue guy.
Yeah, he's a Velcro guy. You don't want him handling the ball a bunch or launching a lot of threes, but he's physically imposing, and he gives you what he's got. You know the effort is always going to be there with him.
And the Hornets with possession here. Phoenix able to drain the 3. Here's Jefferson. The basket good off the assist from Lynn.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Knight kicks to Price. Outside Knight. To the middle. Here's Lure. And Jefferson sends it back. Lee outside. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Suns lead by 2. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league from going undrafted. Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lynn has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lynn.
2 points. PJ.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else works, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
Yeah, also something I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint, and the physicality is taking its toll.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. They've got P.J. Tucker, Chandler out there with John Lure. Then there's Ronnie Price, and it's Booker in at the shooting guard position. No good from Lee. Last season, the Charlotte Hornets had a dreadful offense. Worst effective field goal percentage, Clark, in the league. Effective field goal percentage being your field goal percentage with the value of the shot factored in. Again, more analytics for us to look at.
Yeah, and this is a way to break down that analytic in an abbreviated fashion. Field goal percentage is a pretty good indicator of how good your offense is.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Price against Land. The feet to Lure. 11 feet away. Offensive rebound. And Chandler throws it down.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking them.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time. Fighting to get proper position. Then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Williams, he's checked in for Kaminsky. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Lee. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Lamb. And it's Kemba Walker in for Jeremy Lin. Warren, the pass to Bledsoe. He dishes it to Booker. Inside, got a piece of it. And stolen by Zeller. Here's Batum. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And for the Hornets, their league worst in terms of field goal efficiency. And for the Hornets, their league worst effective field goal disaster.
Their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
Hornets trail by 8.
Well, I tell you take a look at the Hornets roster from last year, and a lot of players shot under 40% from the floor. Not end of the rotation guys either. I mean, players that saw heavy minutes, just casting up brick after brick.
Off the screen. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Batum's got his second bucket.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Now, here's Warren. Tight defense on him. From the corner. That doesn't go either for Bledsoe.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. Bank shot, no good.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Zeller against Len. And Zeller kicks to Batum. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously. Shaking it off here in the second. You know, and for Cody Zeller, after that promising rookie campaign, he just did not tear it up in year 2. In fact, his production only improved slightly. But that was mostly due to the increase in playing time. Talented guy, no doubt, just still trying to find his way in the league.
Al Jefferson's checked in for Charlotte. Mirza Teletovic is checked in for Phoenix. Knight comes in for Booker. Knight on the wing, defended by Batum. A shot by Knight, no good.
And trying to come up with a highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Left side Walker, just his first attempt. Misses off the right iron.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Bledsoe with it. He's picked up by Walker. Again, the miss by Knight. Hornets trail by 4. And stolen by Knight. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. And he's back in business as a jumper finally drops for him. 1:22 left now here in the second. Batum against Knight. And Batum kicks to Jefferson. And again, the Hornets missing.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Rejected by Walker. Fast break now for Charlotte. Batum's running. Floats one up, and it's good on the layup. Batum's got 6 in the quarter.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Passes it to Teletovic. A 3 ball. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's the break, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And for Big Al Jefferson, he's been a great player in this league, but he hasn't played on that many great teams, and he's never made an all-star team. Hard to imagine.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Williams. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Lee's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kemba Walker. And then for Phoenix, John Lure, he's checked in for Alex Len. P.J. Tucker comes in for T.J. Warren. And it's Price in for Eric Bledsoe. Lin against Price. Here's Kaminsky. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
Going to the line.
First free throw is good.
Kaminsky. Shooting 2.
And so he makes both from the line.
They've been getting more and more physical as this game has gone along.
And it's starting to pay dividends. They've gotten a lot of trips to the line because of it in this second.
Knight into the lane. A second chance effort, and the layup is good. Teletovic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
And so that brings the first half to a close. The Suns on top. They lead by 6. And time now to go courtside as we send you.
Well, Tyson, what has been the key to
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about this? And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Well, Nicholas Batum in this one, he's got 8 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
They really do. He is not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, you know he's going to be there to fight for it.
Kid Gilchrist and Williams are at the forward spots. Batum is out there with Kemba Walker, and it's Zeller in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. And stolen by Knight. Lets the 3 fly. That's good. Knight's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Phoenix.
And guys, with the Suns last year, it wasn't a full return to that 7 seconds or less era, but it was pretty close. And the Suns were right at the top in terms of pace of play.
Here's Booker. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Zeller dishes to Kid Gilchrist. Stolen by Warren. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Batum brings the double team. Len, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Hornets trail by 11. Well, as our listeners and our viewers know, we love analytics, and pace is how many possessions you see during an average game. The Suns were close, Clark, to 100.
Yeah, only the Rockets and Warriors played at a higher pace than the Suns did, Kevin. And pushing the pace is really when they were most effective.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Here's Bledsoe, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Marvin Williams. And the thing about Eric Bledsoe, he's an absolutely terrific athlete. Insane athletic ability, his speed with the ball, especially Greg in the open court. Remarkable.
Yeah, and when he gets a full head of steam, look out. He goes beast mode, if you will, on the basketball floor. He really, truly is like a running back in the open field.
Talking about Bledsoe, one area where he has to improve his turnovers. He averaged over 3.5 turnovers a game. You can't be a championship point guard if you're not squeezing the orange.
Charlotte no good that time either. Phoenix leading by 13. And now the Suns, a fast break. Knight leading the charge.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Williams. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Williams has got 6 points.
More efficient, but his combination of points, assists, and rebounds per game is outstanding. If he focuses in and listens to his coaches, we could be talking about him in the upper echelon of point guard.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Phoenix's head coach address his team. He told Len that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. From the corner. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. That's 10 points for Batum. Phoenix leading by 13. Bledsoe outside. And the layup falls.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Zeller. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Zeller's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, in the quest to get to the playoffs, the Hornets came up short last season, and a lot of that was due to how they fared against the Western Conference. They just couldn't keep up with the offensive firepower coming out of the West.
Hornets trail by 15. Down low, knocks it loose. Stolen by Len. Bledsoe outside. Off target from outside.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And slam dunk by Kid Gilchrist.
Good, just like soup. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fella's wearing the rim out.
And Bledsoe, here we go. A fast break now for Charlotte. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is kept down now to just 11 on the basket from Walker. For Phoenix, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Here's Bledsoe. Here's Chandler. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 4 rebounds in this game. Rejected by Len. Booker inside. He's covered by Zeller. 1:05 left to play here in the third. And there's the call on Cody Zeller. That's his first foul. So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. And the Suns here with a different look. John Lure, he's checked in for Chandler. Mirza Teletovic comes in for Len. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Warren. And Ronnie Price has subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And that one's good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And Lamb kicks to Jefferson. No good off the front iron.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Price outside. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Poked loose. Takes a shot at the elbow. That's good. Price has got 5 points so far.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
Lynn. No good on the buzzer beater. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Suns lead by 15. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Suns leading by 15. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. They've got John Lure. P.J. Tucker is out there with Mirza Teletovic. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Price in at the 1. And the Hornets shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Here's Jefferson, banked in off the glass. Jefferson's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Charlotte.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here. And every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey guys, I got a chance to hear what Steve Clifford was saying to his team. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we've put ourselves in a corner and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Phoenix.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, and the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches. And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Yeah, I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but a much better half since they've changed hoops. They're really looking strong here.
Lets it go with a three. That's good from Kid Gilchrist on the assist by Lynn. And that's now 10 points for Michael Kid Gilchrist. Lynn with the steal. Bledsoe against Lee. Right at the free throw line. That one a little long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Tucker kicks tonight. Glenn a screen. Bledsoe outside. Fires from deep. Can't hit. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Here's Kaminsky. And it's Lure with the rebound. Lure's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lee with the steal. Outside, Lynn. Stolen by Len. And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
A nice shot by Lynn.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
Yeah, no doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
And the Suns call time here.
And guys, Courtney Lee now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Kaminsky. Batum comes in for Courtney Lee. And Walker subbed in for Jeremy Lin.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And it's blocked. Now Bledsoe. Pass tonight. Feeds it to Len. Puts it up from 7. Walker with the rebound. Talking about Courtney Lee, you know the ball handling and court vision are suspect, but you don't care because he's provided solid defense on the wing, Clark, and he's hit over 40% of his threes last year.
And he's also one of the best free throw shooting 2 guards in the league, Kevin. And last year he and Conley were out of sight at the end of games. That's a wonderful combo to have, 2 great free throw shooting guards late.
Hornets trail by 17. And here's Walker. There's a screen by Williams. Pass to Batum from deep. And once again off the mark by Charlotte. Bledsoe kicks tonight. 1:51 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Kidd Gilchrist. That's his first foul. Booker, he's checked in for John Lure.
Substitution for the Suns. Devin Booker.
.146 left to play here in the 4th. A nice shot by Knight.
You know, everybody seems to be sleepwalking out there on defense, and it's been that way, guys, ever since they came out of the halftime locker room.
Walker with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. And it's Kid Gilchrist penetrating and stolen by Knight.
Hornets foul.
Hey, check out the game for Eric Bledsoe. He's got 10 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Jefferson. Lee comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Lamb, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Walker. And the Suns here with a different look. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Alex Len. Mirza Teletovic comes in for T.J. Warren. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Booker. And Ronnie Price has subbed in for Knight. Tucker dishes to Bledsoe. To the paint. The three, just 3 to shoot. That is good. Bledsoe's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Suns.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost him, but Clark, they really kept the ball under control.
I thought they were both focused and relentless, Kevin.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Knight. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
And he gets the bucket.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And when I put the brakes on now, I just say keep on letting it fly.
On the wing, Williams. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Offensive rebound. Kaminsky off with the layup.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
So it's the Suns winning easily here.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan.